What's happening, fishing friends? Welcome to another episode. Today's a fun one because we are throwing the old fluke again. First half of the day, all going to be the fluke. There's going to be another video coming in a couple days where we made a little switch and I got on a different bite. But enough of that. We're going to cut right to it and get to fluke fishing. Oh, lost him. That bass has hit it twice there now. There we got him. Third try it took. I told you all it was going to be a beast down there eating it, but we got him. All right, there we go. First one of the day. I wouldn't even go a pound. Starting it out Debo Dink style on the sweet purple fluke. I forget what color this is. Got these some time ago, but it's like this purpley green. See him come up and swipe with that. That was awesome. Came up and missed it. It's that flipping, shooting jerk bait, motion that really gets him to key in and come up and eat that. I realize these aren't the behemoths, but behemoth, whatever. Anyway, another little dude. Thanks for eating there, guy. There's my fluke. I don't know if I can get it. Come back. All right, my dang fluke sunk. This is what we're throwing. The purple passion. Find wood. Throw purple passion fluke around wood. Walk it, pop it, jerk it by wood. Ooh, geese are flying over somewhere. Oh, that's a fish. Thought that was the edge of that branch. Feels like a little bit better one. Is he just dogging me? Oh no, that's all right. We'll take that. Little fella. All right. The old fluke doing some work this morning, huh? Yeah, it's a chunk. Must have been the dude that I saw come up and eat that. Yeah, we'll take that. All right. 2-pounder. Oh man, he was hooked. That's why we say it on the channel. Find wood, pitch to wood, catch chunky dude like that. Oh, look at that. What did I say? 2 pounds right on the nose. Okay, well, finally caught our 2-pounder for the day, so we're not completely full of dinks. All right, nice little chunky too. Thanks for eating, my guy. And that was a tick on my leg that I just pulled off. Walking through all this tall brush, I am not surprised. Also, my pants are completely soaked because there's a bunch of dew, so that's fun. Ticks and dewy pants. Nice. Well, that is 2 ticks I found crawling on me. That's fun. Another one. See how we come up and hit it after it popped? Another one. The old fluke. Was it a fluke that I'm throwing the fluke? No. Great summertime lure. Great when fish are up here fishing shallower. Or feeding shallower is what I meant. There we go. Another one. Not a monster, but another one on the fluke. Find wood. Throw a little zoom fluke jerk bait at wood. Actually, I'm throwing just past it and walking it up to it like a bait fish fleeing, trying to get to the wood for cover. Those bass are using that wood to ambush and stuff. All right, I tell you all, it never fails. Curse of the dead battery. It died right there as I threw it into that wood pile. That was another one on the end of it, a little pounder there. All right, thanks for eating, guy. Ah, the curse of the dead battery. It does not fail. Anytime it dies and it looks like a decent spot, you're probably going to catch one. That guy couldn't resist the secret purple passion fluke color. Now the secret's out. Everybody knows about the juice. It's really like a green pumpkin kind of June bug. They call it purple passion because that sounds better. I just stuck my thumb there, that hurt. There we go, typical Debo fashion. Another little one. That's got to be the dink of the day. Tiny little dink, premium dink. The old Debo dinky. Not a moose. A little tiny fella. Thanks, dude. All right, well, dinking with Debo's in full effect here. We've now found the smaller fish. Went from 2-pounders to 2-ounces. But that's another fish on the old purple fluke. All right, well, there we go. Another one on the old fluke.
But they were about that size.
Yeah.
That were bigger.
Yeah, I caught a 2. That was my biggest off the wood so far.
Yeah, I think I had like a chunky 2.
Yeah, dude, I couldn't believe how many ticks I had when I looked down. I was like, I think I almost had a heart attack. Fat 4. You ain't got nothing on me. That's a straight up 4-ounce. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Chris is here. He's basically as big of a jerk as Randy, so it's fitting. He's joking about my little fish here. His buddy just caught a donkey out there for something. Dang. Thick. All right, last cast. 3 casts after I said last cast. Ugh, now I just feel like I have ticks all over me, dude. Like, I couldn't believe it when I looked down. I thought it was a joke. Like, am I seeing spots? So Chris had an idea here, if you can see that. We're gonna do a dink counter versus tick counter. That's 9 ticks now. Yeah, it's been a day full of those. Well, just got to the truck. One was attached to my leg. As you can see, this one's already attached to my knee. So that makes, what, 12 now, I think? I've got my work cut out for me if I'm going to beat the tick counter with the dink catches. I can't believe that. 2 already attached to me in my boots. Ugh. Well, switching spots here, and I gotta say, the view is quite beautiful. Oh boy, old Debo's back on the donkeys here. I thought I had the dink of the day. This has to be a new dink of the day.
If you hadn't caught that dink, what would you be posting on social media?
There we go, little tiny fella. Not what we were thinking we were gonna catch here, but you know, still time.
All right, fishing friends, super fun day out on the water. If you have not tried the old purple passion color in the Zoom Fluke, I absolutely love these. The Zoom Fluke is what I've thrown pretty much exclusively throughout the years. I don't fish a fluke as much as I should. It's one of those that I feel like I think about too late, but You can see there how the tail moves. It's got that beautiful like purple. It's a dual color there. Great little color bait. Works well in kind of the stained water. That's where I was using it. Now, being this is kind of a finesse tactic for me, I was throwing it on spinning gear. You could certainly throw your fluke on a baitcaster. I like it on a spinning setup. This is the Debos Caden 7-1 medium light. You can see there. So I went just a little bit softer with it, which means I went with a softer hook. I've actually got a different rig on here now, but for the hook, just a regular wire 3/0 hook. That's all I was throwing, nothing crazy. It works really well when you're just flipping around, you know, light brush and wood like that, as long as you've got a way to get them back to you, because I actually switched the reel out on this too to try something different. But that day I was throwing this, the Daiwa Tatula LT. They did just come out with a new version of this. I really like this one. I did notice it did develop kind of like a clicking sound in it. Now it's still super smooth. I mean, it doesn't affect the performance of it, but it does have kind of a weird sound to it. Not sure what that is. And it's not the line. I cut the line short enough that it's not rubbing, but haven't noticed any other problems. Drag has been smooth. The rod works really well. Reeling it is still nice and smooth. I just noticed that little click right there. Not sure what it is. Now the braid, I was using some of the spider wire Dura braid, testing this out, and I can't remember if it was 10, it was either 10 or 15. Either way, I've tried both of those, and I didn't like it. Didn't like the finesse version of this line. Now this, you can see though, is 50 pound. This is what I've been using on one of my frog rods this year, and I've loved it. It's super strong line. That was never an issue with it. It was just that on the finesse stuff, was a little too stiff, a little too rough. And on a frog rod, I don't mind that. I want a good, strong, heavy line. That's what it has been. It's not a super smooth, you know, slick type of line, but my big thing for frogging or with heavier applications is I want strength. I don't care if it's super smooth or a little bit rougher. I want it to be as strong as possible and not break, especially when I'm dropping down to a 50 pound. I normally go 65 for frogging, but tried 50 of this. It's supposed to be, I don't know, 30% stronger or whatever the numbers are. So I went with the 50 just to see, and so far no issues in that, but did not care for the finesse version of it. The leader on it, I was going with an 8-pound P-line tactical leader on here. Otherwise, awesome little reel. I like it a lot, but I did switch it out to the Mirabelle. I've used this a few times. I used it last year. I wanted to put in a little bit more work with it because I actually picked up 2 of these and completely forgot about it. So dummy Debo moment. Put this on here with some P-line. This is the 12-pound. I got it right here. Actually, I just spooled it up. The P-line Spin X braid. And this is nice because it alternates colors every meter. If I can put this down and show you here, this kind of orangish, pinkish to blue. So, you know, every single meter it goes out, it switches of color. So you can kind of count down, which is nice if you're a bank angler or if you're dropping down, you know, vertical jigging on stuff. But I will tell you, in hand, this combo feels really good. Really like the Debos Caden's rods. I've got a casting version and then the spinning. Like those a lot. Definitely a favorite. But listen, I want to hear from you all. Comment below and let me know, what are your thoughts on a fluke? You know, it's kind of in the same realm of the Cinco. You throw it out, you're twitching it, but anytime you're seeing bait fish being chased or moving, I was seeing fish kind of darting in and out of that wood and back. I feel like a fluke does a much better job at that as opposed to just a regular stick bait. You can throw both, and there's certainly times where I have a stick bait and I'm not going to mess around with tying, you know, fluke on, but I know certain people really favor the fluke over the stick bait, so I'd be interested to hear, when do you all throw a fluke, and when do you kind of differentiate between this or a stick bait? Do you want just that vertical fall? Are you trying to mimic bait fish, or you're working it quick? You notice in the video, sometimes I was working it quicker. Sometimes I would just pop it a couple times and let it fall. A bunch of different ways you can fish a fluke, but they're productive. So that's enough for me. Today's subscribe fishing friend is going to be old Bassel's chap. City about sold his britches when I lost the muskie in that video. Appreciate him, always watching, supporting. Again, all the people out there who continue to watch, support means a ton to me. I would not be here without all of you. Give me any sort of suggestions too that you have when I have videos like this. If there's, you know, certain breakdowns on a bait you want to see or anything like that, always feel free to throw those in there too. I love hearing from y'all. So like I said, part 2 will be coming up in a couple days. That version has a lot less ticks, thank goodness, because when I was editing this, looking at all those ticks, I felt like I had stuff crawling on me. Ugh. Anyway, well, hope you sleep in your bed tonight nice and safe. Hopefully you don't have any ticks in there. If you feel some crawling on you, think old Debo. But anyway, love y'all. Thanks for watching, and until next time.